What's up guys, Illusions here. Quick message before we begin. I'm not going to be playing the trailer before we get into the analysing, same as last episode, otherwise the video would be too long. Enjoy.
So like many things, we have gone completely overboard. And here's how it works in the game. We're allowing your character, while playing, to rebuild.
First up on the right here we actually get a look at one of the new perks in the game, and that is Local Leader. What this basically does is give you access to specific items that you can build for your settlement. You'll see on screen now he requires level 2 to unlock the structures section, so he can start building the base of his house like walls, doors, that sort of stuff. Also in this video this perk maxes out at level 3. There may be more levels as there are perks in here that go up to level 4, but as for the Local Leader perk we're only showed that that goes up to level 3.
And it works like this. You can scrap items in the world for materials and then use those materials to build the way you want. And one of the great things about having a fully dynamic game engine is all of this just works in real time. Rip it apart and build the way you want. Like the rest of the game, this is about making it your own experience. We want you to build and decorate and make yourself really...
Bobbleheads have a value of 300 caps now, so you may be able to sell them. In previous Fallout games you couldn't do that, they were marked as a quest item, you could only put them in the stands and they would increase your stats for you. So it's nice to see that Bethesda's given the user a choice in whether or not they want to keep that bobblehead or just sell it and get rid of it.
A place you want to live in. A new home for yourself.
And on the bottom of the screen here there's a baby cot. Now I'm not entirely sure what to make of this. I guess it's not out of the question for Bethesda to explore that region of role-playing games where you can have children, but I don't see it being there for aesthetic reasons. It's not to just be a decorative item. I don't see Bethesda just putting it there and allowing you to just look at it every once in a while and do absolutely nothing with it, only on the basis that it's going to be for a decorative reason for your house. And if that's not the case, then you can actually have children. I like the sound of that because it would make sense. You build a settlement, you build your own house, and if you have your child, you'd have to come back every once in a while to protect your settlement and to protect the child. And Bethesda have said that family emotion is going to be a reoccurring thing in Fallout 4, so it would make sense for them to allow you to have a child.
And your best friend, of course. As your settlement grows, people will arrive, including certain traders. They have some of the best items in the game. For these people, you can plant food, water, and even power generators. All right, so the generators will power things through switches that require power, lights and other items, and then you run wires that connect them all, and again, it just works. You can also build your own terminals that hook to this power grid.
And on the right here we've got another new perk. Now it's the same concept as the Local Leader perk, whereas you need this perk to be able to build or place terminals.
And then you can control the various things and tweak them.
Another small detail here, if you look at the bottom of the screen you can actually load holotapes into terminals. Now we don't really get an explanation as to what you can do with this. It could be useful for quests where you upload a virus or something to a terminal, but it could also be strictly limited to the crafting terminals or the terminals that you craft within the crafting system.
The power lines are connected to.
And here we have the science perk. Now we already know that Bethesda has done something with the skill system. They've completely removed it from what it looks like when we analysed the previous video. Now the science perk here, in accordance with the previous perks that we've seen in this video, you need it to be able to plant turrets, as we can see right now. And we'll see later on in the video that there is another aspect of crafting that requires the science perk, and it's not just to do with terminals. But this begs the question, has Bethesda just completely removed the skill system and replaced those specific skills with perks? And that would make sense. They've already introduced the hacker perk, which title suggests in the name you will probably be able to use it to hack terminals. Now science, on the other hand, in previous Fallout games that skill was used to hack terminals. It was basically just that. And if that is the case where they've removed every skill and replaced it with perks, that would make the perk system a lot more robust, a lot more options to choose. However, there is a downside to this, and that will be levels. In Fallout 3 you got a perk every level, in Fallout New Vegas you got a perk every 2 levels. Now, if there is a more robust perk system and there's also a level cap, let's say 50 for instance in this, that would dumb down pretty much every perk. You'd have to be very specific about what you choose and very careful about what you choose.
This includes things like turrets, because you do want to build defenses.
And here we have another perk. In fact, it's a returning perk from Fallout 3. In Fallout 3 it allowed you to increase your damage with small guns and your repair skill. Now in Fallout 4 it seems to be used to build the machine gun turret. Now in comparison with the science perk, that one was used to build laser turrets.
Because your settlements can and will get attacked by raiders.
And here we have a new trap. Now it's kind of difficult to see what it does because he crosses the laser and then gets shot, so it's kind of difficult to see whether he died due to the trap or getting shot. But there is a system set up just beyond this trap, and you'll see it in a few seconds, but once the person comes across the laser, it may activate the device that's just beyond the laser. In this case it's a flamethrower trap.
So it's fun to build up something yourself in the game that usually you'll find that we have built for you. And there are many large sites in the game world where we allow you to build, and you can even run Brahmin caravans between your settlements.
And here up in the top left we have what looks to be a science set. Now if you can remember back in Fallout 3 we had the My First Laboratory, which allowed you to detoxify yourself, which gets rid of radiation, or create a new compound. So we may actually have the ability to create our own chems, like Stimpaks, Buffout, or Med-X in Fallout 4.
Keep in mind, like most things we do, this is an optional part of the game that you can do if you want to. It's just one part of a huge game, but it's really, really great for Fallout. We just absolutely love this feature. And this crafting system carries over to other things in the world. So let's say you want to build this scope. And the game will tell you you need these components. And those components are found in all of the items in the world. So you could decide to build this scope out of these, say the microscope, a toy car, or these, duct tape, an alarm clock and such. So we like to fill our worlds with thousands of items that you can interact with. And now, all of them have purpose. And here's what it looks like in the game.
Quick detail here, it looks like you can store any items that you find inside of a weapons workbench.
We do.
Now on to weapons crafting. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you can finally rename weapons. And I've been waiting for that for a very long time.
We do have over 50 base weapons and over 700 modifications.
Back onto the science perk, you now need this perk to be able to build any energy weapons or laser weapon parts.
For those weapons. So you could take a basic, a laser pistol from Fallout, just one of the base weapons, and then modify that and turn it into something completely new.
Small detail here, you can put bayonets onto your weapons, which pretty much confirms the use of melee attacks while you've got a rifle equipped. At the bottom of the weapons list you can see he has a silenced combat shotgun, so suppressors on rifles and big guns like shotguns are a thing in Fallout 4. And on this weapons list you can see that he has a Cryo pistol, and if you've ever played Fallout 3 you'll know that Cryo basically means to freeze someone. So it's nice to see that they've added the freezing effect onto weapons rather than just the grenades from the Mothership Zeta DLC. And here we can see the gun nut perk is being used to create an assault rifle. From Fallout 3, the gun nut perk maxed out at level 3, now it's been increased up to level 4, this is the max level we get to see in this trailer. Bit of a weird one, but I thought I'd point it out anyway, you can now turn plasma weaponry into flamers. And now onto power armor. Now, I gotta say the power armor looks fantastic in this. The amount of choice and option that you have to create your own power armor is just immense. Now, if you look in the bottom left hand corner, we've already discussed that it looks like they've taken the condition system out of Fallout 4. If you look in the bottom left hand corner and at the stats for the power armor, you can see that the power armor now has its own hit point system. So, power armor does have a conditioning system in Fallout 4.
And you can even modify...
Another small detail here, the headlamp does not come default with power armor, it is something that you choose to pawn it.
Your own power armor.
On the power armor right now you can see that there is a paint job on it, the flame paint job, and also on the list it lists a lot of different paint jobs that you can get. On the right of the military paint job it shows that you can get increased strength by using that paint. I am loving the amount of detail and customization elements that Bethesda has put into their crafting system. It's awesome. But yeah, that does it for this video. If you think I missed anything, please go ahead and post a comment. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Next episode will be about the kills montage from the Bethesda E3 conference. But thanks for watching guys, peace.